Marvel is about to release second list of cast for Avengers Doomsday. Today we're diving into the next wave of casting rumors, the big names supposedly on the table, and why a few unexpected faces could flip every expectation about Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Stay tuned as we separate rumor from reality, weigh the impact of potential reveals, and map out what this could mean for the MCU's next era. What's up, heroes? Welcome back to Superhero Bowl, the channel that breaks down Marvel news with clarity, energy, and a little bit of nerdy passion. If you crave deep dives into casting, story arcs, and what the MCU plans next, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and drop your hot take on which actors you want to see in Avengers Doomsday. Now let's get into it. Part 1 kicked off with a handful of confirmed and rumored cast lines, sparking debate about which heroes would return, who might debut, and how the Doomsday narrative would scale into Secret Wars. Why Part 2 is bigger. If Marvel is rolling out a second wave, it's not just about assembling a roster. It's about layering balance, legacy characters, and fresh faces who can carry new arcs without sacrificing legacy moments. We've got two streams of insider chatter. One long-standing insider who has correctly tipped major MCU moves in the past, and another newer source with several high-profile scoops recently. Together, they're painting a picture of a second casting wave that includes a mix of veteran names and potential newcomers. Important caveat: these are rumors that spark conversation. Nothing is confirmed until Marvel makes an official reveal. We'll break down who's being named, who's being left out, and what that could signal for Doomsday's tone. Names circulating in this wave, a mix of familiar faces and new talents. We'll break down the plausibility of each based on MCU timelines, actor availability, and narrative fit. Some names that fans expect might be held for later rounds or saved for Secret Wars. We'll discuss what those omissions might imply. Are we saving certain arcs or reshaping team dynamics for a canonical reason? What a two-wave casting strategy buys Marvel: pacing, world-building continuity, and the ability to juggle multiple major arcs: Doomsday, Secret Wars, and crossovers with X-Men and Fantastic Four. If the second wave leans heavier on surprise returns, we could see a Doomsday that leans into personal stakes, moral ambiguity, and character-driven conflict. If newer faces lead, we might get a fresher energy, new mentor-mentee dynamics, and a broader multiverse approach that sets up a long-running, ensemble-driven saga. Either way, expect a balance between high-stakes action and emotional pivots that redefine who the MCU's heroes are and what they're fighting for. Doomsday's cast strategy will ripple across crossovers. If integral X-Men or Fantastic Four characters are teased in Part 2, it signals a smoother integration path for those franchises. Character arcs in Wakanda, New York, and global or cosmic settings could be repositioned based on who steps onto the stage in Part 2. We'll explore potential mentor roles, legacy handoffs, and how veteran heroes could guide the next generation without sidelining beloved icons. If Part 2 leans into surprise returns, the tone of Doomsday could tilt toward intimate, character-driven storytelling. Moments that test loyalties, reveal hidden pasts, and force heroes to confront their own limits. On the other hand, if the second wave prioritizes new faces, we could witness a fresher energy, with mentorship dynamics and a broader multiverse lens that gradually expands the roster without diluting core relationships. Marvel's strategy seems designed to keep audiences invested across multiple phases, ensuring that every name added has a narrative purpose and a dramatic payoff down the line. Looking ahead, the ripple effects on Wakanda, New York, and beyond could be substantial. Key casting choices might accelerate new power dynamics, prompting shifts in leadership, alliances, and even the morale of teams tasked with safeguarding the multiverse. The presence or absence of certain characters could also signal where live-action introductions of the X-Men and Fantastic Four fit within the current saga, whether through direct integration or via parallel storylines that converge in Secret Wars. And while we wait for official confirmations, the rumor ecosystem reminds us that Marvel isn't chasing surprise for surprise's sake. They're choreographing a long-term arc that rewards patience, rewards careful storytelling, and rewards audiences who track every teaser, every set photo, and every actor's itinerary for clues. As we close in on the potential reveal window, stay tuned for updates on the August timeframe, any official confirmations, and the subtle hints Marvel tends to drop before a full cast reveal. In the meantime, I want to know, which returning hero or which new face would you most want to see land in Avengers Doomsday Part 2, and how do you think their introduction could reshape the road to Secret Wars? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's map out the most exciting possibilities together.